It's really hard.
Great. Okay, good. Okay, good.
Oh my God.
All right, cool. Hi there, I'm John D'Antonio, and welcome to CRT Hot Ones. This Colorado Gives Day, we're putting our CRT staff and company members on the hot seat. Hot questions, hot wins. Today we're joined by Brittni Shambaugh Addison, our CRT Education Director. How's it going, Brittni?
Great. How are you?
Doing well, chilling, you know?
Yeah.
So, tell me, when it comes to the hot sauce, the hot stuff, how does that land with you?
Not a great fan of hot things.
Okay.
When I was pregnant, I only wanted spicy things, and then immediately that went away as soon as my baby was born.
Oh man, I'm so sorry. Yeah.
It's gonna be great. It's gonna be so good.
Yeah, it's gonna be fantastic. So let's get started and we'll launch into a few more questions.
Should we cheers?
Yeah, I think that's a great idea. Cheers.
Okay.
Your introduction to theater started with a very profound experience, I understand. Would you mind sharing us, what got the bug started? What was that cool story?
Yeah. I was probably 3 or 4, and my grandparents took me to a. Oh shit.
Oh no, you're good. You're good.
Oh.
You're good.
Okay, it's good though.
It's hard to eat and talk. I've learned. So I'm
It's true.
I'm gonna eat while she's talking.
Okay, brilliant. My grandparents took me to a high school production of The Wizard of Oz, and I was terrified of the Wicked Witch, like super scared. But I loved the show otherwise. And after the performance was over, because this was a high school production, when my grandmother took me to the bathroom, the young lady who played the Wicked Witch was in there washing her green makeup off of her face, and it was this like kind of life-altering moment for me of being like, oh, that is just a normal human, just like me, and like I could do that. And and I think about that moment whenever I'm working on theater, of how to kind of bridge that gap between performer and audience. Like, how do you create a full experience? So yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
What I love about that too is this production clearly didn't have any dressing rooms, which is pretty funny.
No.
Or you
It was
stuck
a
to the
high
back.
school. No, she was just in the regular.
They were like, "Go ahead, Wicked Witch, go ahead and go."
bathroom.
Yeah.
She was just wiping it off.
Well, cool. Well, what do you say we step it up a notch with Hoff's sauce? Definitely saying that right. Shall we? Second wing.
Okay.
You and Lavore recently had a baby. Wonderful aria.
Yay.
So tell me, how is that balance going for you of theater, parenthood? How's it been treating you?
It's good. It's hard. It's wonderful. I am really lucky that I have a cool boss who lets me bring Aria to the office with me. And so sometimes, like in staff meetings, we just pass her around. She has seen more theater than I think I did until I was in college at this point, even in a pandemic. Yeah, she's a really good audience member.
Yeah, I may have given her a bottle at staff meeting this morning.
Appreciate it.
All right, what do you say we move on to round 3, Los Calientes, which
Okay.
the hot ones. Shall we?
Let's do it.
All right, cool. Here we go. It's nice. Educational tours. As an actor on an educational tour, they say that's like training ground because you experience every single thing in life on an educational tour, right? Could you share with us what is one of the craziest things you've experienced on an educational tour?
Oh, okay. I'll tell you a crazy thing, and then I'll tell you a really profound thing as well, if that's all right.
We don't do profound.
Okay,
We just
great.
do
Just
no,
crazy.
I'm just kidding. There we go. Yeah, I would love to hear both, actually. Yes.
There have been, there was I was doing a tour, and, typically when you're performing in an auditorium or a cafegimatorium, they bring in the students, group by group. And there was this adorable little kindergartner, and the kindergarten comes in first, and then like the older, so that they can,
Sure.
adorable little kindergarten girl, and she was like bouncing around. She was so excited, and so I chatted her up a little bit, and you could just tell that she was thrilled from the start. And then maybe 15 minutes into it, she's still just like super engaged, super excited, and I see this puddle sort of forming around her. She was so excited that she had had a little accident, and I don't know if she didn't notice that she had had an accident or if she was just like didn't care because she was so into the show, but it just started to build and build, and all the kids around her started to like scoot away, but nobody said anything. But I was playing a teacher, and so I like walked over to one of the other teachers in character and was like, I think that one of our friends has had a little accident, and now I'm going to carry on with the show. But it was actually really heartbreaking because then they took her out, because she had to go, change and stuff, and she just wanted to watch the show.
But that's when you know you're captivating. When you're,
I know. Well done, me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
You don't even want to know what the floor looks like right around there right now.
No.
All right, cool. Let's get to the profound. I want to hear that.
Yeah.
Or unless that was the profound.
That wasn't the profound.
Okay. I want to hear the profound.
The profound was it was actually during that same show. So it was a show that I did in Cleveland, and I played an art teacher. And one of the things that we would talk about was telling your stories through art or whatever medium you need to tell your stories. And then there was a workshop that we did afterwards. And I went into the workshop, and I was, working with the students on drawing pictures of their stories and telling their stories. And this little boy came up to me. This is a really sad story. I don't know if we want to include this, actually.
We'll find out.
Yeah, this little boy came up to me, and he showed me his picture. And it was a couple of stick figures, and one of them looked like he was holding a gun. And he said, "This is my brother, and this is the man who shot my brother."
Oh my goodness. Yeah.
And it was this like moment of like, what? Oh my gosh, well, thank you for sharing that. And afterwards the teacher told me that this had happened maybe 3 months ago, and this was the first time that the student had talked about it. And so that was a moment for me that was like, this is the power of arts. This is the power of art education, and giving students time and space to feel what they feel and express it.
To work through things.
Yeah.
That's fantastic. Well, thanks for sharing that.
Yeah.
Cool. Speaking of working through things, shall we move on?
Yep.
You are a champ. All right, let's do this. Here we go. You are a Survivor fanatic. Survivor, that is the reality show, Survivor.
Thank you.
Okay, you've, in fact, seen every single season, I believe. Is that
Twice.
true? Twice. Okay.
Yeah.
What is the best gameplay you have seen across any season?
So that's a tough question though, John, because the beautiful thing about watching the progression of Survivor is that gameplay changes, right? So I would say that best early season game. And now if somebody had done something like that, everyone would be like, "Oh, you're brilliant, you're so great."
Wow. So the moral compass has changed too over the years.
Yeah. Early seasons you look and it's like the jury ends up voting for. So it's just like, it's like mind blowing. You have to.
By the way, you just took Hellfire like a champ.
I know, thanks.
Okay, one quick follow up to that. Since you've seen every season twice, okay, let's imagine, this isn't true, but let's imagine you are going to direct the Young Audience Outreach Tour one year, and one day before rehearsal, you get the call. And by the way, this is the 40th anniversary of Young Audience Outreach Tour, the most important tour we've ever had. Now it's 4 tours. It's 25 states. It's going to 200,000 children across the entire United States. Really important. And the day before rehearsals, you get the call from Survivor saying, "Brittni, we need you on the island. You got to get on the boat right now." What are you going to do? Which one's it going to be?
John, I'm afraid to answer. You'll fire me. I think that if we have gotten to that point, thanks to some very, very generous funding, that there will be plenty of people who could pick up that torch, and I can go take my survivor torch.
The truth comes out. You ready?
Yeah, sure.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Okay. What show are you most excited for in 2022?
The kids show, 20th anniversary. Also Robin Hood. Also Pants on Fire, because I never saw Pants on Fire, and I've heard like that it's phenomenal.
Well, that was 3 shows, but that's okay. We'll let that slide. We'll let it slide. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Oh my god.
Oh no. That's a musical theater bomb, ladies and gentlemen. Give it up for Brittni Shambaugh Addison.
Oh my god. Maybe this time I'll be lucky. Maybe this time he'll stay. Oh my god. Maybe this time, for the first time, love won't hurry. Oh, I can't do this. Oh my god.
I thought you killed it.
Whoa.
Yeah. Well, Brittni, you've withstood the gauntlet. You've made it to the end. Congratulations.
Thank you.
CRT Hot Ones. Is there anything else you want to leave the crowd with before you get out of here?
The first 4 were not bad. The last one was really bad, John. Donate to Colorado Gift Day. We need you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're a trooper.
Whew, thanks.
High five. See you next week.